So Sean, why do we need the JIC when you've sort of already been through this RFP process with some partners and you're up and running?
Yeah, so I think the JIC is a really good way for the various players in the industry to get together and agree on some much needed new standards from a currency perspective. So we see measurement as being way ahead of currency in terms of innovations. And what we're finding ourselves doing now is trying to retrofit all of these innovations into a clunky old system that really doesn't work for today's world. So we view the JIC as a way for the various media companies and agencies to get together and help usher in a new era of standards that are much needed and to bring currency more forward and more aligned with the innovations that have been going on for a decade now in measurement.
Can you elaborate on why you see measurement being ahead of currency in terms of innovations?
Yeah, absolutely. So some of the innovations, so first of all, measurement has been using big data for many years, whereas currency still does not. Measurement today supports exact ad measurement and ratings as one example. The old currency only supports 15-minute averages. The current measurement innovations include verification. The legacy of measurements does not support verification. It relies on self-reported network post logs to settle the transactions. Modern measurement is connectable to advanced audiences, it's connectable to business outcomes, and brands have been using it for many years for those decisioning, while the currency is really an analog-like system of the past that needs to catch up with modern era.
Why is it so significant to get the industry together to talk about things like transparency? You would think those are conversations are already kind of happening individually.
They are, but again, it's all about, I think this is all about collaboration, and you get the different parties together and you get alignment on what the standards should be and what best practices should be, what's not working in today's world that did work in the previous world. Talk about everything from big data to ID to clean rooms to all the various topics that are important.
How is this going to affect the upfront right now when you're kind of trying to set these standards in the middle of doing business?
Yeah, I think the industry is really waking up to the fact that big changes have been occurring in viewership, and that the legacy currency just simply cannot support this any longer. The notion of measuring ads by measuring programs in 15-minute intervals does not work in the digital world. Equivalization it's worked so well in linear, it doesn't work in the digital world. We need new standards, and so the entire industry now more decisively understands that they've got to have new systems in place, and they just need to move past the legacy way of doing it, but it also creates more work. So now we sort of have to do it in the new way and the old way for a little while we're in transition, but it's definitely worth the effort. Anyone that's not proactively doing it is going to be left in a not so good situation.